I love to run. Now I know that love and run should probably never be used in the same sentence, as running is typically the thing you do as punishment when you screw up in another sport. However, running was also my post-baby lifeline, and it will always have a special place in my heart, unless it is 6:30 on a January morning or pretty much any time during the month of August in St. Louis. I gave birth to my first son 6 years ago, and I found myself in a bit of a free fall in the months that followed. I quit a teaching job that I loved to be a stay-at-home mom, and the adjustment was not at all what I had expected. Like most people who do not have children, I thought that taking care of a baby would be pretty easy, and that I was going to get so much done around the house. Older me just shakes her head at that sad, delusional girl and wants to shout, "Damn it, woman, take a nap while you still can." Much of the time was magical, but I was also testing the limits of how many times I could read Hippos Go Berserk in one sitting. I traded in a career that had in many ways defined me for this great unknown of motherhood, and most days I wasn't sure that I was particularly good at this new job. Plus, it could be pretty lonely. And also, there was a whole lot of puke. I wasn't sure how to fulfill my own needs as well as those of my children. How could I not only be the best mother, but the best me possible? But fortunately, I discovered there is this whole secret horde of stay-at-home parents that working folks do not know exist. Seriously, they are everywhere. And they are talented, and they're funny, and they're ambitious, and they are so supportive. And they never mind if you haven't washed your hair in 3 days or if you have a stain of an undetermined color on your shirt. One of these wonderful new friends started a running group, and for me, that was it. I was part of the track team in high school, and I coached when I taught, but I always just run because it was something that I was kind of good at. I didn't particularly enjoy it. But then I started working out with this group of amazing, motivated moms who were so incredibly kind, and who more than anything at first gave me an excuse to socialize with adults in the middle of the day. And did I mention also that we took turns watching each other's kids while we ran? Somebody would watch my kids while I ran, all by myself. This was during a time in my life when I had not peed by myself in well over a year. So I cannot tell you the luxury of being alone for a couple hours each week with some good music and my thoughts. Well, then my husband and I decided that we were going to sign up for some races, just to keep ourselves motivated. And by God, that was more fun. I love adult racing. It is not high school. You do not have to come in first place to feel like a winner. And I am the proud owner of an entire medal rack of not first place medals to prove it. Instead, you get to spend the morning with the nicest people you will ever meet, all of you hopped up on Gatorade and adrenaline. And after the race, you get to eat so much food with zero guilt attached. I was hooked. I started running more. I started running longer. I signed up for my first marathon and my first half marathon, and I figured, while I'm at it, I'll run 50 marathons in 50 states. So that's what I'm doing. 1,310 miles of competitive running. It's not a career, and I will have nothing to post to Pinterest when I have finished. But running has fulfilled a place in my heart that was left empty when I quit my job. It's given me goals to work towards that have nothing to do with my family and a renewed sense of self-worth. I'm just beginning my cross-country journey, and it will take me years to complete this crazy challenge, but some amazing things have happened since I've dusted off my running shoes. Surprisingly, one of these has not been weight loss, because I have not lost a pound. But that is because of all of that wonderful post-race guilt-free eating. It's fantastic. I'm, however, totally okay with this, because when I look in the mirror, I like who I see. And that's a feat in itself once you have carried 2 humans around for 9 months each. I am stronger than I've ever been, I'm more self-confident, and I'm doing something that I never would have dreamed I was capable of 10 years ago. Running has also become something that we can do as a family. My husband runs marathons as well, and it's wonderful to have someone to talk about a race with. And it's so good for my friends because they don't have to hear me talk about the race quite as much. Our kids have started getting involved in fun runs, and my 6-year-old ran his first 5K last fall. But most importantly, I feel that I'm setting an example for my 2 boys. I want them to understand the value of physical activity, hard work, and sportsmanship. I also want them to see me involved in something that I am passionate about and that makes me a better person. Because really, at the end of the day, the best way for all of us to be good moms is to take care of ourselves. So whether you need to cry, or take a pottery class, or go to therapy, drink half a bottle of wine, or quit your job, formula feed, or run for a ridiculous length of time, go back to work or hire some help, Or just be really angry until you figure out how all the pieces fit together. It doesn't matter what you do or how you do it. We just need for us to be okay. And besides, there's nothing in the world like a runner's high. And when this mom is happy, everyone is.